My dad left my mom with 10 kids for a younger woman from church 10 years later. He called mom asking to be a family again, but I taught him a lesson on a random Tuesday. My mom's name flashed across my phone right when she should have been teaching class. I almost ignored it. Then it went to voicemail, and a text followed. He called. "Your father, can you come over? I was unloading groceries from my car." My stomach dropped. By the time I got to the house, half my siblings were pretending not to listen from the hallway. Mom sat at the kitchen table, staring at her phone like it might explode. Her eyes were red, but her voice was steady. "He wants to come home." I let out a short laugh. "Home? Like this? Home? Our home?" She nodded. Slowly, "The choir girl is gone. He says he made mistakes. He says he misses us." I pulled out a chair and sat across from her. "Mom, he walked out when you were 8 months pregnant with Chloe. That's not a mistake. That's demolition." "I know," she whispered. "I remember." 10 crooked school photos lined the wall behind her. All the blessings he used to brag about from the pulpit. "What did you tell him?" I said I'd think about it. She twisted a dish towel in her lap. "I believe people deserve forgiveness, Emma." "Forgiveness isn't the same as giving him a key," I said. "That's different." His missed call sat at the top of her screen. I picked up her phone. "If he wants to come home," I said, "he can see what home looks like now." I typed, "Come to a family reunion dinner Sunday at 7 p.m. All the kids will be there. Wear your best suit. I'll send the address." Mom's hand flew to her mouth. "Emma, what are you doing? Setting something straight?" He replied almost instantly, "Dear, thank you for this second chance. I can't wait to become a family again." Dear, like she was an acquaintance. Not the woman he left holding 10 lives together. That night, I lay awake staring at the ceiling, pulled back to a church basement 10 years earlier. I was 15. Legs sticking to a metal folding chair. My younger brothers and sisters swung their feet and whispered. Dad stood in front of us with a Bible in his hand like he was about to preach. Mom sat off to the side, hugely pregnant, ankles swollen, tissue crushed in her fist. "Kids," he said gently, "God is calling me elsewhere." Noah, only 10, frowned. "Like another church?" Dad gave him a soft, practiced smile. "Something like that." He talked about obedience and a new season. He never said, "I'm leaving your mother." He didn't mention the 22-year-old soprano. He didn't mention the suitcase already in his trunk that night. I sat outside their bedroom door and listened to Mom sob. "We have 9 children. I'm due in 4 weeks. I deserve to be happy," he said. "I've given 25 years to this family. God doesn't want me miserable." "You're their father. You're strong," he told her. "God will provide." Then he walked out with 1 suitcase and a Bible verse. The years after blurred into tight budgets and food stamps. Mom cleaned office buildings at night, hands raw from chemicals. Then came home to pack lunches. He sent the occasional scripture. Rarely money. Almost never his voice. Whenever we spoke badly about him, Mom stopped us. "Don't let his choices poison you," she'd say. "People make mistakes." I didn't let it poison me. I sharpened it by Friday. An email arrived from the nursing college. "Your mother will be receiving our Student of the Decade honor." I read it twice at the same kitchen table where she once cried over utility shutoff notices. 10 years ago, she took 1 community college class because she couldn't scrub floors forever. Then another. Then a full course load. Now she was a nurse, and she was being honored for it. Sunday evening, she stood in front of the mirror in a simple navy dress. Is too much?" she asked. "You could wear a crown and it still wouldn't be enough," I said. "You earned this. Should I tell him what this really is? If you want to cancel, cancel. If not, let him come." "I don't want to be cruel," she said softly. "He was cruel," I answered. "You're just letting him see what he left." We loaded the younger kids into 2 cars. I told Mom I'd meet them there. What I really wanted was to see his face when he arrived. He pulled into the parking lot at exactly 7 in the same old sedan. Just rustier. His suit hung loose on his shoulders. His hair was thinner, grayer. "Where is everybody?" he asked. "I thought we were having dinner." "In a way," I said. "We're inside." He followed me through the glass doors and stopped cold. A banner read, "Nursing College Graduation and Honors Ceremony." "This isn't a restaurant." "No, it's Mom's graduation. She's getting an award." "Your mother is graduating." "Yes, tonight." "I thought this was a family thing." "It is," I said. "This is what family looks like now." We walked down the aisle. My siblings noticed him one by one. Chloe, who had never known him, stared like he was a stranger from a story. Mom sat mid-row, twisting her program. He slipped into a seat behind us. The ceremony began. Names were called. Families cheered. And a slideshow flickered onto the screen. Students in scrubs, hugging loved ones. Then Mom, a photo of her mopping an office hallway in a faded t-shirt. A stroller behind her with a sleeping toddler and a textbook propped on the handle. Another of her at our kitchen table. Highlighter in hand at 2 a.m., I heard him inhale sharply behind me. The dean stepped to the microphone. "Tonight, we present our Student of the Decade Award." This student began as a single mother of 10 children. She worked nights, raised her family, and never missed a clinical. I felt him flinch. "She maintained one of our highest GPAs. Please join me in honoring Rebecca." We shot to our feet, screaming and clapping through tears. Mom looked stunned, then rose and walked to the stage. "I don't really know what to say," she began, voice shaking. 10 years ago, I was scared and exhausted." The dean smiled. "And her eldest daughter has a few words." My heart pounded as I stood. Dad grabbed my wrist. "Emma, don't drag our history into this." "You wrote that history?" I said, pulling free on stage. The lights were blinding. I hugged Mom. She trembled. "Please be gentle," she whispered. "You've been gentle for 10 years, I murmured. "Let me be honest." I faced the crowd, then found him in the back row. "My mom had 10 kids, I began. Laughter rippled softly. "She married a man who called it his greatest blessing." I swallowed. "He also said God was calling him elsewhere when she was 8 months pregnant with the 10th. The room went still. He left with a suitcase. And some verses about trust. No savings, no plan. I thought she'd fall apart. Instead, she cleaned buildings at midnight and studied at dawn. She cried in the shower so we wouldn't hear. She told us not to hate him. "So tonight," I said, voice steady, "I want to say thank you to the man who walked out." Silence. Because when he left, we learned something. He wasn't the backbone of this family. She was. The room erupted afterward. The lobby buzzed with hugs and pictures. Professors called her inspiring. The little kids passed her plaque around like a trophy. Through the glass, I saw him under a strip. IGHT. Mom stepped outside for air. Bouquet in hand. "You were incredible up there," he said. "Thank you. I know I messed up. I'm alone now. I want to come home, Rebecca." She studied him quietly. "I forgave you a long time ago." He exhaled. "Thank God. But forgiveness doesn't mean you move back in." His face fell. "After 20 years, that's it? After 10 years of raising 10 kids alone while you played house with a girl from the choir," she said calmly. "Yes. That's it. What about the kids? They need a father." "They needed one then. You weren't there." I stepped beside her. "We needed you when the lights got shut off. When Chloe asked why other dads came to school events, you weren't there." He looked through the doors at the chaos inside, kids laughing, Mom glowing in her navy dress, her award on the table. A whole life built around the space he left. "So, that's it," he said. "That's it." He walked to his car and drove away. No speech. Just fading TAILLIGHTs. Inside, someone shouted, "Family picture." We crowded around Mom. There was a space where a father might have stood. For a second, I saw it. Then I stepped into it and wrapped my arm around her shoulders. She leaned into me, metal cool against my skin, her smile real and steady. The camera flashed. For years, I'd been the girl whose dad walked out. That night, I understood I was the daughter of an extraordinary woman. And that was enough. Dot dot dot.